Hey, is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about a very popular trend of being that girl. According to my research, that girl wakes up at 5 a.m. every morning. She goes for a run, followed by a hot girl walk, listens to podcasts, drinks matcha and green juice, and loves an iced coffee. Also, she always keeps a perfectly clean home and has a perfectly put together aesthetic. So if I'm not doing all of those things, then does that mean that I'm not that girl? Not quite. And it doesn't mean that you're not that girl either. Honestly, the whole idea of being that girl is truly becoming the best version of yourself, always striving for growth, to learn more, and to be better. That is not a negative thing, but sometimes you can get into this comparison trap when that girl kind of seems to have a very similar vibe all the time. And when you start to feel like, well, I'm not really like that. So does that mean that I'm not as good, or that I'm not working on myself, or that I'm not striving for self-improvement? And it really doesn't. But I do want you to know that the idea of being that girl isn't necessarily a negative thing. Typically, it does focus on a lot of positive, healthy habits and routines that can benefit you and improve your life. But the comparison trap is really where the problem comes in. It can cause you to lose motivation or to really start feeling bad about yourself when there's no reason why you should do so. So today we're going to be talking about how you can become your own personal version of that girl and really strive to create a life that makes sense for you. So today I'm going to be sharing how I became my version of that girl and sharing 10 tips about how you can become your personal version of that girl as well. Starting with number 1, don't try to be someone else. If we all are following the blueprint of being that girl, then somehow we're all going to become the same girl. Strive to improve in your life in areas that are important for you and work toward your own personal goals for how you want to carry yourself, for the routines that you want to implement in everyday life, and what you want your life to look like as a whole, in a positive way with a good influence, and really constantly focusing on growth and learning and thriving in your everyday life. And that leads me to the second point, which is focusing on the growth aspect of becoming that girl. It really is about saying, okay, this is where I am in life and this is where I would like to be in life. So what are the things that I can do to make sure that I am pushing myself in the right direction every single day, that I am continually being motivated and grow and learn and improve in so many different areas of my life. It's about not being stagnant, not feeling like you can't achieve or you don't want to achieve or have better for yourself or for your life. And so if you focus on the growth, you're not really going to be so much in that lack mindset. You're going to say, what I have is amazing, but what I want can be even more amazing, and these are the ways and the steps and the tools and the resources that I need to get there. My third tip is to create a sustainable morning routine. Starting your day off is so important and such a big piece to your success and to your growth overall. So one of the most important things for me in the morning is really focusing on my skincare. That is something that I personally enjoy, but if you're like, skincare isn't really my thing, that's okay too. You can find what really makes you feel great in the morning and what sets you up for a successful day. You get to find what works for you. So a lot of times that girl loves to have a green juice. If you're not a green juice person, that's okay. Of course, it's so important to hydrate in the morning, but you have options. You can start off with water, with coffee, tea, whatever you like that makes you feel great and really gets you hydrated to go through your day. Often as well, it's really good to work out in the morning so that you don't kind of get sidetracked throughout the day, or you really get your energy into a good place to start your day off. But it doesn't have to be the same type of workout that everyone else does. Find the type of workout that you enjoy. I will say something that helps me with motivation is having a cute workout outfit that gets me excited. I want to wake up, I want to put that on for the day. Typically, if we're thinking about that traditional, that girl aesthetic, it's like that girls love a matching set. And there's nothing wrong with a matching set if that's what you like. But if you're like, look, I like to just wake up and throw on whatever to go work out, that's fine too, because the purpose is really focusing on your fitness and meeting those fitness goals, not so much necessarily what you're wearing. And for me, Trying to like put things together sometimes that early in the morning is just not exactly what I want to be focused on. So I love a workout romper, jumpsuit. It's easy, especially with the built-in bra. Put it on, get my workout done, and I don't even have to think about it. But I still like feel cute and motivated, and I really enjoy working out and making that a priority in the morning because it's like, oh, I get to wake up and put on this outfit that I love. So it's like those little things that can get you to a good place of being motivated with your morning routine. My fourth tip is to check in on your mental health every single day. When I'm working with my clients, I like to refer to this as like a mental focus time. And so whatever that looks like for you, you can put that into your morning to make sure that you're tracking how you feel, to notice patterns in your emotions and your feelings and see if there are things that you can change. You have options to do things like explore journaling, focusing on gratitude, meditation, whatever makes you feel grounded and really helps you propel into a really great day. But the most important part is that you're taking time and you're setting aside that time to focus and take stock of your feelings and your emotions. That's going to allow you to be so much more in tune with yourself and really pay attention to things that you can add or eliminate so that you can feel your absolute best and have that mental clarity every single day. My fifth tip is to be intentional about what you're putting into your body. We've all heard the saying, you are what you eat. Well, it's kind of true. If you are feeding yourself junk, then your mind and your body is going to feel like junk. But if you are putting good things into your body, fuel that truly works with your body's natural rhythm and sequences, then your body's going to get into this point where it's like, wow, like this is what I need to help me to feel my best. And that's going to spill over into a healthier mental space as well. Just like with the plant, you're gonna water it, change out the soil, make sure it has great sunlight, all the things that are gonna truly make your plant thrive. So you wanna have the same mentality when you're thinking about your body. Give it the things that it needs to be at its best. So for me, I try to make sure that my water intake is high and that I'm really nourishing my body with things that it responds well to. And so once I learn how my body responds to certain foods, then I can make those a priority in my regular diet. So if it's like getting fruits and vegetables, making sure they're washed and put into my mason jar so they're easy to grab, or getting a larger refillable cup so I always have my water with me. The little things that contribute to health, because you want to make it easy for yourself to constantly stay in a routine of feeding your body good things and things that are good for your health. And so make them easy to grab, make them accessible, and make them fun. Like find things that you're going to want to put in your body and that you're going to enjoy, even with your water, infusing it with different fruits. All of those things are going to help you be nourished and hydrated, and that is truly being that girl, taking care of yourself. My sixth tip is to focus on your personal hygiene. Even if you're not feeling your best, you can take care of yourself, and that's going to help you start to feel a lot better. Being clean, making sure that you look nice and presentable and you're moisturized, and just really pouring into your body and having a routine to make sure that you're taking care of yourself in that way is going to help you feel better, because you're like, well, this is how I look on the outside, but I'm not feeling like this on the inside. So you're going to be able to match that up and really use that energy to go into a positive place. One thing that works for me in this area is that I try to use products that are very, very low on toxins or that are natural. If our bodies are already struggling, we're not feeling our best, if you're putting bad things into your body and not knowing it through things like your skincare, your hair care, just things that you're using every single day, then you're only going to be harming your body. So make sure that you pay attention to the ingredients. Read the list. I actually went to the store with my friend the other day and we saw like this castor oil product, and she picked it up and read the ingredients list and she was like, castor oil is not even in this. So there's all these different chemicals that have been combined, but if it's a castor oil product and that's how it's being marketed, why isn't that the first ingredient on this list? And so it's those little things that you can pay attention to make sure that you're not harming your body unknowingly. An app that I really love to use to help with this is called the Think Dirty app. And what it does is you can search products, you can scan products, and it'll give you kind of a scale of It's color coded like green, yellow, and red, and then it also has numbers to help you realize what ingredients are making this a product that's a bit more toxic for your body. So you'll know what to steer away from, and you'll be able to make healthier choices for what you're putting on your body and putting in your body. But either way, every day you're gonna be able to feel fresh and clean. That's such an important thing for me. Like, I do not wanna look or feel crusty and dusty. And so having a routine where you're just really taking care of yourself, taking time to cleanse your body, to do scrubs and to moisturize, really just makes you feel like, wow, I've taken care of myself. And taking care of myself feels pretty good. And that is an important aspect of becoming someone that you feel great about, that you feel proud of, and that is extremely important. My 7th tip is kind of staying in that same lane of cleanliness, and that comes to your personal space. Try to make sure that you do keep a clean home. It does not have to be spotless, but you don't want to have a lot of clutter, have to constantly be looking for things. If you have desk space, whether you work from home or work in an office, keep it neat, keep it clean, keep it organized, because that's going to help you feel more organized in your mind, and you're going to be able to present yourself in a beautifully confident way. And you're not going to be so focused on everything else that you have going on, because you know you've taken care of that. You've made sure that your space is in a good place, and that can help you really drive your focus to things that are more important or things that you should be focused on at that particular time. So something that I like to do for this area is to make sure that I work tidy time into my day. And this is what I share with a lot of my clients as well. Cleaning doesn't have to be this whole grand event that takes such a long time. Set aside a few minutes to tidy up every single day so that when it is time for you to do that deeper cleaning, you're not so overwhelmed with all the things that you have to do. And it's a lot simpler to keep that routine of maintaining a nice and clean space that can help you have a clear mind and focus on the things that are really important. My 8th tip for being that girl, but your personal version, is never to stop taking in knowledge. And that can look different for everyone, whether you like to read books, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, whatever motivates you and helps you to learn to develop in that way is something that you should really make a priority in your life. If you focus on being a lifelong learner, this is going to broaden your horizons and help you to focus on different perspectives and things that you maybe have never even considered before. And it's also helpful to have conversations with different types of people. Of course, we like to be around what we're comfortable with and people who we know well or who are similar to us, but learning from people who have different lives, who have had different experiences, can really be important to enhance your viewpoints on topics that you've never even really dove into before. And it's also just so important to remember that you have to try new things. You have to look in new areas. You never want to think about, do I have all this potential? Am I wasting it? You want to explore the different options that are going to continually enhance your life. Now, my 9th tip for becoming your version of that girl is so important to me, and that's really to just be mindful and intentional about how you interact with others. Try your best to be kind and thoughtful and listen to others when they speak. Something that I've been working on is active listening so that people understand that I am genuinely interested in what they have to say. And if I do have something to share that could be helpful for them, I would love to do that. Y'all know I love to share. But also like that I'm in a place of accepting if they have something to share that's beneficial for me, that I'm receptive and excited to hear what they think about things and their thoughts and their opinions as well. And my 10th and final tip is related to personal aesthetic or kind of that style. Don't overthink it. Don't say, well, that girl wears this and that girl focuses on that. No, like what makes you happy? What makes you feel comfortable and confident? That is the outfit that you should have on to be your version of that girl. For me personally, a well put together outfit is just very clean and streamlined, but you may like to have different colors or experiment with outerwear. Try different things. You never know what style is really yours until you've played around with it. Lately, I have been loving like more of a menswear vibe with a cute elevated loafer and a blazer, and that was like something that I never thought of before. I don't see it that often, but I'm like, you know what? This is the vibe. This is kind of a piece of style that I want to implement into my personal style more so on a regular basis. So think outside the box, try different things. Often something too that works for me is just, I am a monochromatic girl. I love to be like, look, we're doing a tan look today, all these different shades of tan. I feel like it comes together so nicely, and so it'll look like I've really taken the time to put together this beautifully curated outfit. But really, I just found colors that blend well and mix well together, and keeping it simple makes it exciting to get dressed. And if I feel like, oh, I need to jazz this up a little bit, I can focus on accessories like jewelry, maybe putting something in my hair, just to add a fun element to it. But it doesn't always have to be like, oh, what are all the people wearing? What are the trends? You can be inspired by trends, but truly find a style that works for you. And that rounds out my 10 tips. I think throughout this conversation a lot, I've been like, hey, here are some things that are in that category of being that girl. And yes, those things are helpful. They are about self-improvement and being the best version of yourself. But again, remember, it's yourself. You are not a carbon copy. So while you can use the trend of that girl as your inspiration to grow and to learn and to thrive and to be stylish and have a clean home and all of those things that are positive, also just remember, like, be true to yourself and find what works for you, what makes you happy, what motivates you, and what pushes you to continually be the best that you can be. Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's video and your weekly dose of self-improvement. I will see you all next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.